Up next, we have the slippery slope argument. And this is another fallacy that you've probably heard on a fairly regular basis. The slippery slope fallacy happens when we assume that taking the first step will lead inevitably to subsequent steps. And we hear this type of argumentation a lot when any type of social reform happens. So, for example, when the Supreme Court ruled on Loving v. Virginia in 1967, a lot of people argued, just you watch. Now that black can marry white, people marrying house pets is just around the corner. Assuming that people being able to marry between races is going to lead to people marrying their house pets. It's a very slippery slope, right? You can't figure out how you really get from A to B, or rather from A to Z. There's very little connection between the two. Similarly, when Roe v. Wade was ruled on in 1973, now that abortion is legal, we're certain to make it legal to commit infanticide, aka like killing babies, live babies, any year now, right? Again, leading from A to Z without taking any steps in between or being able to stop us from getting to that point. That's what the slippery slope argument says, right? Is that if we take this one step, it's going to lead to all of these disastrous consequences that no one wants inevitably. That there's no way that we can stop from getting to this point. That's what the slippery slope says. In reality, generally speaking, we're not going to get to Z, right? Because there are going to be stopping points along the way where people say, enough. This isn't okay. This is okay, but this is not okay. So, generally speaking, it's not going to lead to those inevitable steps that people assume it will with the slippery slope fallacy.